LEGO Star Wars has been around for longer than I was alive. Have you ever wondered which set is best from each of those years? Starting from the year it was released, 1999. I narrowed it down to two, the Gungan sub and TIE Fighter with the Y-Wing. For the Gungan sub, we got a pretty good build that doesn't look even half bad for today's standard. And it also came with a really cool minifigure of Jar Jar, which at the time was amazing to have such a great custom mold. I gotta give the dub to 7161, the Gungan sub. Anyways, let's move on to 2000. And I care more about the display of a set. I think that the best set would be 7191, the X-Wing. 2000 was a pretty simple year and honestly kind of ugly at parts, and we even see the droid carrier, which LEGO paid homage to in the recent 2024 May the 4th promo. But the highlight of this year happened to be the two sets that don't even have minifigures in them. The Tantive 4, which at the time was given the name of Rebel Blockade Runner, and the Darth Maul, which upon seeing in the middle of a night, you would definitely shit your pants. I mean, that's a straight up sleep paralysis demon. So upon thinking, honestly, the winner is this hammerhead fish, the Tantive 4. 2002 was the year when Attack of the Clones premiered in theaters, and the total set count for that year went up to 24 sets. Some of the icons from this year is probably the Boba Fett suitcase carrier, which is just awesome, as well as the Bounty Hunter Pursuit, which LEGO has to remake.
For the love of God!
As well as Jango Fett's Slave 1.
Please!
But to me, the crown jewel from that year has to be the Republic gunship. We saw the clones, which looked really awesome at the time, and now they're just super nostalgic. And we get two Sandblue Chad droids. Those two guys could destroy Jim Reaper's bench press. Alright, maybe not. But anyways, the final and probably the best minifigure of that set is the Jedi Bomb, who also happens to be the most well-written character in the whole entire Star Wars universe, by the way. Moving on to 2003, which gave us 21 new sets, many of which were micro builds, by the way. And honestly, I'm having a pretty tough time picking the winner here, because, you know, there's a tuned lowrider ATTE, there's AT-AT, Rebel Snowspeeder, and I know that some of you might say that Cloud City has to be the winner because it's so cool and it's so iconic and it has these super cool characters. And honestly, I really wish I did have that set, but you know, when it was out, I was too busy suckling on my mother's tit, too busy crying because I pooped my diaper. If I was to put myself back in the time at the age I am at now, I would probably go for the AT-AT. 2004, which gave us 15 total sets, and the winner is 4504, the Millennium Falcon. 2005 gave us 26 total sets, and the winner is Death Star 2. In 2006, 14 total sets came out, the winner being AT-ST. 2007 gave us 17 total sets, some iconic battle packs, and the winner is probably the UCS Millennium Falcon. And yes, I know you're saying I'm choosing too many UCS sets, but they're really cool and I think they deserve a win. 2008 gave 21 total sets, as well as the Clone Wars came out, but the playset of a Death Star is definitely the winner. I mean, it's just iconic. In 2009 we got 36 total sets and the AT-OT is the winner. And now we get to 2011, which holds an extremely special value to me, because I got allowance and I was able to buy myself Plo Koon Starfighter. Sentimentally, I have to give this win to Plo Koon Starfighter. In 2011 we got 32 sets, one of which is Mace Windu's Jedi Starfighter, which cost like crazy sealed in box because of this one minifigure. And this year also holds some special value to me because of this Battle on Geonosis set, which was given to me by my very good friend, as well as the T6 Jedi Starfighter that I always dreamed of having but never got the chance to get it. The Battle on Geonosis is a very good set. I have bias towards it. 2012 gave us even more sets, 38 whole sets, and it finally brought back the Gungan sub. But this one also brought us this amazing figure of Queen Amidala that costs 200 bucks now, and the sub itself looks like the Blobfish. We also get a pretty cool looking TIE Fighter, but let's all admit, the best set from that year is that Palpatine's Arrest, which LEGO has to remake. 2013 had pretty cool sets like this Bark Speeder, which cost $400 today because of Captain Rex. Also the Umbaran MHC, which looks super cool, and it has that awesome play feature with that super big spring-loaded shooter. I don't know what it's called. And we also get a pretty good gunship. But I will say that the best set from that year is probably the Ewok Village. A 10 out of 10. In 2014, we get even more sets, 45 whole sets. I think the best set from that year was probably this Sandcrawler. And for nowadays, 400 bucks for a pretty cool looking set, I think that's worth it. In 2015, we get 68 more sets. And honestly, I think that the best set from that year is that Jedi weapon stand. I mean, who wouldn't want this beauty? And it's limited edition. You would definitely struck a gold mine if you got one of those sets sealed. But honestly, the best set from that year is the 75060, the Slave 1. I know, pretty basic, but it is a gorgeous set and you can't deny it. In 2016, 66 more sets came out. That year, LEGO also thought that it would be a great idea to make this abomination. And to be fair, LEGO does have a history with these buildable figures, but this one is actually so bad it decreased in value after retirement. And honestly, this set didn't have many good sets, so I will give this win to the Clone Turbo Tank with that amazing figure of Luminara Unduli and Quinlan Boss. In 2017, we got the Legend, the set that is still on shelves to this day after 7 years of being in production. That set is literally older than my cat. And of course, I'm talking about the UCS Millennium Falcon. It's a set that I really dream of having right now, and obviously I'm gonna give that set a win. So moving on to 2018, which was, oh god, it was that year. The fact that this exists is crazy. I honestly want to gouge my eyes out because of this set. We also get the worst battle pack ever.
Brother, what's that?
But I think that the main fight is between this UCS Y-Wing. It's just so perfect. I think LEGO nailed it. At the same time, we get a remake of a legendary set, which unfortunately isn't that good for display. But it just has so many really cool minifigures. And we finally get to see the Cloud City Twin Pod, which last time, by the way, was out in 2002. So honestly, I'd have to give this W to the Cloud City. In 2019, we got the LEGO Celebration, 20 years of LEGO. And for that year, LEGO released all of these sets. And honestly, I'm kind of struggling here. There's the Imperial Star Destroyer, and then there's the Darth Vader's castle. But which one is cooler? And honestly, I'm thinking of giving a tie to this year because one set is super expensive, but it's such a good display piece. But the other one is a significantly cheaper alternative, but is also a perfect display piece. So I just have to give it a tie. Moving to 2020, I would say that the best set of that year is the AT-AT. I think it's a perfect size.
What do you mean by that?
And it just looks really good on display, and it's really cool set to play with. It's a perfect balance of a set. But 2022 brings me to a complete halt. What am I supposed to do here? Imperial Light Cruiser, the gunship, UCS AT-AT, the meditation chamber. At this point of writing this video, I was really lost and I didn't know what to choose. So I chose the easiest way out. I decided to split into different categories. Under $100, which I would definitely crown the meditation chamber, the light cruiser, which is a perfect set for a slightly higher price range. But then there's the UCS gunship and the AT-AT, which are at two completely different price points. Yes, I can pick the gunship because it's much cheaper and it looks so sick, but the AT-AT is such a good minifigure scale set with perfect figures as well. I was lost. But then I remembered that you can have that side view of the AT-AT, making it a perfect set. 2022, pretty simple. AT-AT looks so sick, I can't pass it up. I do really wish I had the funds to get it though. 2023 has some pretty cool sets, but honestly, the winner in that year is the Throne Room to me. I think it's perfect for its value. And finally, 2024. The winner has to be the Toyota. I think LEGO really nailed that set. They really knocked it out of the park, aside from the micro build. Tell me which sets you think are the best. Thank you for watching. Bye bye.